Hi folks, this is Karim Raouf from IT Visualizer channel. We will continue our lab, the Matrix lab. So this is the video number 113. We have been discussing in the previous video the following, while still working with the topic of troubleshooting Windows operating system and application freeze part 3. We have been talking about the freeze issue concerning Windows operating system and applications that are installed on Windows operating system. We have seen, or we are working with the slide or the PowerPoint presentation for Mr. Lo van der Poel. This slide was talking about the freeze topic. Okay, he has already two videos discussing this topic, and these are the slides that was attached to his videos. Okay, so we have stopped the last time at this application. This is called server app crash. This is a third-party free utility that you can use to know what application has crashed on your operating system. Okay, so for example, here we can see that we have Explorer.exe stopped working. This means that the Windows Explorer in the operating system has crashed or is not working, and another application. How we can download this software? We can go simply to one of the most useful utilities I have seen, which is called Nearsoft. As we can see here, we can go to System Tools, and then we can see something called App Crash. Let's see it from here. So for example, we can see here blue screen of death. You can use it to analyze crashes or blue screen of death crashes. This is one thing. And let's go further down. Now we can have let's go further. This is USB. No, this is Windows crash. So also this is another utility you can use to see what was crashed, or what I think this goes and read certain reports that was generated by Microsoft, internal reports maybe, and give you a hint about what has crashes. Provides an alternative to the built-in crash reporting program of Windows operating system. I think he's referring to Windows error reporting utility, okay, in the Windows. So this is an alternative. When applications crash in your system and Windows displays the internal crash window of the operating system, you can run Win Crash Report and get extensive report about the crashed application. The crash report of Win Crash Report is displayed as simple text or HTML. Okay, so you can use this one also, but there is another one which is called App Crash. If we go further, I think it is in another one. If you go to the all utilities, and then we close this one, we have something, I think. Let's go to we can get it, I think. We can tell him find in page, then we tell him app, okay, crash. So here you go. This is an app crash, small utility that displayed detail of application crashes occurred in your system. The crash information is extracted from WIR created. This is a utility that goes to the Windows error reporting files and display its content. So Windows crash does not go to WinER, it goes to maybe another source to get the crash information. So this is a good one that displays what exactly has crashed based upon Windows error reporting. Okay, so this is how you can download it. Just click on it and then you can download it simply, and you can see here is some related utilities. What is hang? So there is another also application, what is hang, and blue screen of death, and Windows crash, and this utility. So I think all of them are useful tools that we can use in our searching for the freezing or crashed applications. So if we go, for example, I have it already downloaded. If you go there to this PC, and then we can go to the Matrix lab. Here we go. We have a couple of utilities. You have, for example, app crash. Here it is. If we double click on it, or let me run it as an administrator. So now we can see a lot of crashes. For example, we can see here that I have Camtasia Studio that hath crashed at 39/2023. This is from 1 year ago. or 2 years at least. So we can see this is are all of the crashes, and he get them from a folder that is normally cannot be accessed directly, which is called WinER. Okay, we can see here this is WinER report archive. So we can see here this is, for example, a crash, okay, for Camtasia Studio, and we can see here is the data. How we can analyze it, I think, I don't know if we can analyze it. For example, let me take this or copy that and try to ask uh, Claude, for example, about the reason of the crash. I don't know actually how to uh, interpret or how to analyze this data, but let me take it and try to ask Claude if he can analyze it. Maybe you can use the AI tools to explain what is going on concerning this kind of crashes. If we go there, here you go, we have it like that, and then here you go, we can right click and copy, and let's go to Claude and paste it. Okay, let me tell him this is Windows error reporting report concerning uh, Camtasia program. Analyze it and extract insights. So let's see if he can get any useful information uh, from this thing, and let's activate the extended logic for Claude. Let's try to see if he can get anything. So here we can see that he's saying that I have already reached uh, okay, I can go to, okay, we have only 1 minute, so let's try to refresh that again. I have only 1 minute left for uh, the limit. Okay, so here again we can attach tell him control V, so control Z, and let's go again and try to tell him control A, control C, and then we can tell him control V, and then it's 12 p.m. Let's see if he will analyze it. Let's see. So as we can see here, this is the thinking model of Claude, the newly created or the latest thinking model of Claude. So here, here is the report. Based on Windows ER, I have extracted the insights about the Camtasia program crash. This is the version exactly, and this is the cry or app crash report ID. Technical details faulty model. So this is the model, or this is the faulty DLL model, or that causes the crash. Exception code, status assertion failure, so and so, system environment. Very, very good. As you can see here, give us a lot of info. This is my environment. The root cause saying the crash occurred due to assertion uh, failure, so and so, in TDL, which is a core Windows component that handles kernel system calls. This type of flash typically indicates, just a moment, guys. So let's continue, guys. Here is uh, the file causes the crash. The application encountered a fundamental condition that cannot handle. The failure occurred at low system level rather than in Camtasia on code. This may involve memory management issues, resource exhaustion, or invalid parameters passed to system functions. So he's saying that it is not created by the Camtasia program. Maybe it is related to my memory. Contributing factors. The loaded model list shows Camtasia using numerous media processing files, multiple graphic components, audio processing components, net frame components. Recommendations: update Camtasia. Check if Camtasia had released newer version addressing this issue. Update Windows. Ensure updates are installed, especially those affecting media components. Update drivers. Graphic drivers may need updating. Check resources. Verify accredited resources, memory or disk are available. Monitor reproducibility. Note if specific actions consistently trigger the crash. Contact the support. So this appears to be a relatively serious technical failure rather than a simple user error or configuration issue. So here is saying that this file is the cause of the crash, and here is the things, or here is the technical details of the error. Okay, so I think it's a good one, and he is saying his recommendation that this application encountered a fundamental condition that it could not handle. The failure occurred at a low system level rather than in Camtasia. So this is the file, NTDL file, uh, and this is the cause. We can search the internet and get useful information concerning the error. As we can see here, he give us some recommendations. uh, I think maybe it is related to my memory, because actually he's saying that this error is not related to the Camtasia on code. Okay, so we can search something like that. Uh, so as we can see, very useful report. If we get, I think we can do this with Grok. Maybe we can do the same. Let me see if I can insert this code. So I think I have done it already, but let's try to tell him like this and tell him to explain this code as well, just to make sure if we can get any useful information concerning something like that. If you go there and try to get something like that, copy, and let's try to give it like this one. So let's see if he can read it. Let's wait and see. So let's continue, guys. Here we can see that this is the analyzation uh, of Grok concerning this Windows AR report. Provides details a crash event involving the Camtasia problem. Below is a comprehensive analysis of the report, extracting key insights about the crash. So you can see here is the crash and there is the path. And this is the build number, event details. We have C app crash, Windows file time not directly interpretable without conversion. Report 2, typically a full crash report sent to Microsoft. This is the operating system I am currently using, Enterprise Edition, and the RAM, and the faulty module, the version, so and so. And this is the loaded module, includes Camtasia specific DLL files, so and so, so and so. So this is a system DLL. We can deduct, or we can see that it is not related to Camtasia specific DLL files. These are system DLL files, so this gives us a clue about what is the or who is causing the crash. I think it is related to the system crash, uh, okay, and maybe it's related to the memory, net frame, so on. Insights extracted, nature of the crash. The crash is classified as app crash with a stop working friendly event name indicating that Camtasia 2019 terminated unexpectedly. The fault module is so it's a core Windows system library responsible for low-level operations such as system calls, memory management. So this is related to memory management and exception handling. A crash in NTDL typically suggests that the application performed an operation that triggered a failure at the system level. The exception code indicates a fault user mode exception, often related to unhandled errors like access violations or memory corruption passed to the system. So I think this is a memory issue. Okay, application context, as we can see here, the location of the program, it relies on netframe with modules loaded. Okay, potential causes, system call or memory corruption. So I think this is the correct thing here. The crash might stem from an invalid system call, memory corruption. Maybe I have some error concerning my RAM. So this is the correct one. The exception of set points to a specific location but without symbols. Okay. Memory allocation, thread management. Okay. Compatibility issues. While 10 bits for later updates, so and so for newer versions, this mismatch could cause instability. So it's saying that it was related Camtasia program 2019 and the Windows is older maybe, so there is some compatibility. He is referring to some compatibility issues maybe between the program and the Windows operating system. Okay, so this is one thing. Hardware driver conflicts. Loaded model like so and so indicates the use of Intel graphics. Camtasia video editing and screen recording tool likely leverages hardware acceleration. An outdated or buggy graphic card could trigger a crash, especially during rendering or playback. Audio related things suggest processing. Okay, I think it's clear that it is something related to the RAM. Feature specific, while the presence of modules like so and so, hence that the crash might have occurred during specific operations such as video rendering, audio processing, uploading without user activity. Okay, third party. Resource constraints. With 8 GB of RAM, system meets Camtasia minimum requirements, typically 4 GB, recommended 8 or more. However, large video projects or multicasting could strain resources, though it is less likely to cause an NTDL crash directly. Okay, so here is uh, there is extensive list of modules loaded by Camtasia. Okay, notable so and so, third party, limitation of the report. The report lacks call stack or memory dump, making it impossible to trace the exact sequence of events leading to the crash. User activity so and so is not specified, limiting the ability to pinpoint the trigger. So and so. Conclusions based on this so and so. Uh, Likely result from interaction between the application and operating system that caused a fatal exception in. So here are the key insights to memory. So he's referring to memory corruption. Okay, probable cause. This is an old version of Camtasia. You need to use the newer one. Hardware driver issue, maybe graphic cards or so. Recommendations: update Camtasia, update system components, troubleshooting, rendering videos and so, net frame, check hardware. Without additional data like call stack or user context, the exact cause remains speculative. However, updating software and drivers offer the most practical starting point for resolution. So I think here from he's talking about a certain DLL file uh, that causes the thing, and he's giving some, he's referring to a memory issue or a graphic card issue or a compatibility issue. So this is also give us a certain hints about the problem, okay, of the problem of the crash. So you can do the same for I think for Gemini. I can give him the same thing. Let me see if Control Z, if you can try to get the same uh, thing here, okay, and try to give it to Gemini and do like this and do like this one, okay, and do like that and see if this, or to analyze it and see what is the cause. Copy and see what could be the cause, like this, okay, and let's do like this. One moment, guys. So let's continue, guys. Here we will see the answer of Gemini concerning also analyzing the same crash file. Okay, we see there is a lot of info: the faulting module, okay, the application crash, Camtasia, and some information about it, and the likely cause, Camtasia issue. Most likely Camtasia itself or one of its many loaded DLL made an invalid system call, passed bad data to a system function, or encountered a memory corruption issue that manifested a crash with this DLL file. It is rarely NTDL faults directly. It is usually the victim of a problem originating elsewhere. So it can be a Camtasia issue or system instability, maybe some driver problems, hardware issues like RAM, overheating CPU, driver problems like graphical card, malware, less common, operating system corruption, rare, conflicting software. So as we can see here, also a lot of useful information uh, concerning my operating system, my Camtasia application and version number, loaded modules or the DLL module used by Camtasia, a lot of DLL actually, uh, NetFrame, and some of these DLLs are concerning the NetFrame, and these are the key insights. Camtasia version, the crash is specific to Camtasia, so and so. This is the faulty module. It's likely caused by Camtasia or one of its components. Okay, exception code. So this is an unhandled exception during a callback, hinting a problem with how Camtasia interacts with Windows API. Maybe as said in other recommendations, maybe it is related to the RAM. So it is something between Camtasia and the RAM. Maybe something related to DLL files. Maybe it's, so here is giving us some recommendations. Most of them are telling us update Camtasia, update graphic drivers, check for Windows update, run system file checker. Okay, this can be one thing because it's a DLL file issue. Maybe it is corrupted, so you need to run system file checker. Test a new Camtasia project, create a new brand one, simple Camtasia project, import a short known good video clip. Try basic editing operations. If it works without crashing, the problem might be specific to a particular project. Okay, also a good hint to use. Disable third-party plugin extensions if they are related to Camtasia. Clean boot and then try to open the program and see if it will crash. Memory test. Okay, if it is something related to memory test. There is a program called Windows Memory Diagnostic. You can use it. Check hard disk errors, contact Camtasia support and provide them with this information that he extracted from the Windows error reporting. So very good, as we can see here. And the last one is for Claude, for ChatGPT, and as we can see here, very short answer, and he's giving us potential causes: software conflict, system updates or batches, application updates, hardware acceleration drivers. So I think this is the least answer we can see, but anyway, we can use application crash, as we can see here, and use its useful information to identify crash issues. Okay, so here he's talking about virtual drivers we need to know if there is a crash concerning our virtual drivers. We can know this from the event logs, and we have perfmon report to generate a diagnostic report, check history in virtual management monitoring tools, collect data. For example, we will collect memory dumps and use dump check to analyze them. Upload the dumps to Microsoft, and pool monitoring. I think it's talking about pool monitoring here, maybe relating to performance monitoring. Monitor the RAM, monitoring the processor. Anyway, so we will continue. As we can see here, this is the event viewer. I think there is a couple of events we need to focus on. Here, application events. You need to see in the summary if there is any warning or errors. Summary of application events. And as for the system events, you need to see service control manager error, event ID for critical system services, event 2019 2020 with source server. So we need to check the application events and see if there is any crashes or something. And system events, we need to focus on service control manager, okay, especially the errors 2019 and 2020, okay. So here this is I think this is related to application crashes, and these events are related to system crashes, okay. So these are the 2019 and 2020. We need to focus on these two errors, especially service control manager, okay. One thing, what is the service control manager, and what does it do exactly? If we go there and ask maybe Claude or Grok, what is, if you can go there, service control manager. Let's see here, service control manager, and its relation with system crash events. Especially we will focus on 2019 and 202 event IDs. Let's see how we will answer this one. And let's see the answer here. We'll ask Grok, and then we will ask ChatGPT, the same one, and we will ask Gemini, the same answer, and we can answer again, or we can see the answer of Claude again, answer the same question. So okay, here we can go and ask this question here, like this one, and we can ask also Perplexity as a third source, which can be very accurate because he give us uh, the the sources of his answers. So if you go there and try to ask Perplexity, so let me have 1 second here. If we go and try to here, go try Perplexity, and then we can give him this question, and we have the pro search, so we can have good answers. And now we can give him the question. So here, this is the answer. Service control manager is a crucial component of Windows operating system responsible for managing services. It operates a system-level process that initiates, stops, and interacts with Windows services, which are essential background process required for the operating system and applications to run smoothly. The SCCM is a remote procedural call server allowing service configuration and control programs to manipulate services on remote machines. Key functions of Service Control Manager: facilitates starting, stopping, and pausing services based on system requirements or user commands. It also allows adjusting service configurations as startup, dependencies, and recovery options. Dependency management SCM manages service dependencies. You ensure the services relying on others start and stop in the correct order to maintain system stability. Monitoring and control SCM provides real time monitoring of service status and regulates access to service management functions based on user permissions. Relation with crash events. The SCM is directly involved in logging system crash events related to services, especially when a service terminates unexpectedly. SCM logs an event 7031 in the Windows Event Viewer. This event indicates that the service has crashed or stopped arbitrarily, potentially affecting system stability or application functionality. So any crash here is related to services, so he is managing the Windows services, and if any service crash he will log it as event 7031. So he is saying that this event during to underlying issues as software bugs, resource constraint, misconfiguration on dependencies, failure between service, so and so. Resolution. To resolve, you should analyze Windows event log. Specific errors 7304 is logged by SSM when a service terminates unexpectedly. The resolution involves changing the recovery actions for the service to prevent future crashes. System crashes in 209 and 220. In 209 and 220, system crashes events related to services were often associated with unexpected service terminations, which could be due to various factors as software, so and so. These events are typically logged as the troubleshooting system crashes events in 219 and 20. He is not getting the correct answer, I think. System crashes in events in 219 and 20. 20 system crashes events related to services are often associated with unexpected service termination, which could be due to and so are typically logged as. So he's focusing on these ones, and he didn't give us anything related to this one. So let me try to ask him interact with events. Let me ask him this question. Okay, just a moment, guys. So let's continue, guys. Here is saying that the research does not provide specific information about events in relation to service control manager. However, I can provide general information. So again, he is not talking about we cannot relate service control manager and 2019 and 2020 events. Okay. Uh, let's see. Ask him a direct question. Uh, what are okay? What are events IDs 219 and 220? So here is giving us, or let's get other uh, things here. He's talking about. It does not provide specific information about events 219 and 220. However, I can guide you how to find the paired event IDs. So here we cannot recognize these two events. Okay, is not a standard Windows event IDs, even though this is very, very strange. Can I search? Let's try to search if we can search the internet for these two. Let's ask Copilot, for example. I think even Perplexity didn't find it, then there is a problem or there is an issue. Okay, if we go there, tell him event. So he's getting his answer from here, okay, from the page that I am currently uh, standing on, but here he is saying again that these are not standard Windows events. Okay, for general information how to find and interpret Windows IDs, you can use the event viewer to so and so here there is no events like this. I don't think so, because Mr. Lo van der Poel is saying that they are. So here let's see the answer of other AI tools. So he's saying that Claude saying that the service control manages a special system process in Windows that's responsible for starting, stopping, and interacting with Windows service processes. It plays a crucial role in the Windows operating system by managing the state of all services and handling operations like start services, the system boot, start stopping services when requested by application or users, maintaining service configuration information, enforcing service security policies. Regarding system crash events, particularly those with events ID from 219 and 20, again, he is not recognizing these two events. Event 7000 indicates a service failed to start. 7100 indicates several dependencies on other services failed to start a dependent service on other service. 7022 indicates a service hang during startup. 7203 indicates a service terminated with a service specific error. 724 indicates a service terminated unexpectedly. 7026 indicates that a boot start or system start driver failed to load. 7031 indicates a service terminated unexpectedly and has been configured to restart automatically. 034 indicates a service terminated unexpectedly. So we have two with the same one. Unexpectedly 7204 and 7034, 7043. The CAT service did not respond to start or control requests. Especially regarding events, so there are not standard service control. Okay, again, he is focusing upon these two events. Okay, the source. Okay, column. Okay, strange. Mr. Lo van der Poel searched these events and he found them on Netrosion, or there was software. Let me try to get it. It was Net Intrusion or something called Netversion Event Tracker. Yes, that's it. Netversion. Okay, this is, we can search events in here. No, I need the online, or the this is, here you go. We have the I think he told us there is event tracker, Net Trojan event tracker. Where is the event tracker? So I think here this is event tracker. So where is the event tracker? Okay, here you go. This is it. So here we can have okay, I think here we have already seen this net intrusion source. Netsurgeon. Okay, Netsurgeon event search. So here, where is the search? There is search event, I remember. Okay, here events, we can see here I remember there is something here. We can search here. I think I remember that we have already something like this, but I don't remember where to get it. Event. Okay, I think he give us. Let me see the PDF of Mr. Lo van der Poel. I think there is another PDF concerning. Okay, no, I think we can edit. No, I need to open another one. So I think we have all tools. No, I remember. Just a moment, guys. Let me close this one and open again. There is a PDF. Okay, concerning the events or the freeze events. So I think here we can go and search. Uh, there is a couple of, so I think here uh, anyway, I think there is a way that we can search the IDs of the event viewer, but until now he's saying that these events are not a custom event. I will show you later that Mr. Lou van der Poel had already searched these events. Sorry guys. Here you go. We'll get again to mm. So here you go. This is the answer of Claude. If we go to if we go again to Grok and ask it the same question, what is the service control manager? It is the same answer like other AI tools. Relation to system crash events. This is related to service crashes. Okay. Uh, when services fail to start, terminate unexpectedly, or encounter error, these issues can sometimes contribute or signal broader system instability, potentially leading to system crashes. So the query mentions 219 and 20 event ID could be interpreted as event IDs from here. So again, he is not recognizing these two events. Uh, Again, he is talking about SM events or service manager events 7000. So all of these events we can focus on when there is a service crashing, and the service crashing will lead to a system crash. Okay, all of these services. Okay, we have other services like kernel power, uh, but this is not a crash. Okay, uh, so we have 6008 unexpected shutdown. Again, this is not a crash. He is not recognizing 219 and 220. Again, this is not recognized. As we go to ChatGPT, here is talking about experiment 2R 219. Let's see what we talk about. 219 indicates non-pool section of memory that remains swiped out. I don't know if this is correct or not. Okay, if we go there, again, I think he is hallucinating here because no one verified these two events. So anyway, we can continue with our, I think we will see later these two events, okay, because Mr. Lou van der Poel had already solved them. So anyway, we can search these two events for any crashes, uh, maybe on a virtual, maybe these are on virtual environments, maybe not on, not through. So we see this is called, here is the website I'm talking about, it's called NetSurgeon Event Tracker. Okay, here it is, NetSurgeon. So we can see NetSurgeon Event Tracker. Uh, uh, Source. Let's see if we can. Again, we need to type here. I need to search, okay, and see the events, how we can filter the events or how we can search events. Online help, maybe. I don't think so. Again, I think maybe they have already closed, or I have already event tracker knowledge base. Let's see, we can search event tracker knowledge base, knowledge base. Let's see if we can get this word. So here it is, this is it. We can just copy it and tell him to go to the website. Okay, here you go, this is the knowledge base. Now we can see here, this is it. Let's search event 209. So as you can see here, there is an event here 209, and a lot of sources. So we can see here, this is, we need to identify the source of the error. We can see here we have, for example, exchange, others, we have C a lot. So this event is already there. I don't know why Windows is not verifying this event, okay, or why we don't have something like this. So, or you see, these are all sources, event ID, so and so, and we have also 2020. If we go and search again 2020, again we have also a couple of events concerning 2020. Again, a couple of things here. So maybe I am not familiar with this event IDs, but anyway, as we can see here, we can find them here through this knowledge base, and we can search it. Let's continue with the slides. And we have another website called eventid.net. This is it. Let's go again to eventid.net, and let's see also if we can search this event or this website. Here is saying that event events, not, it's not even, it's event. Let's see, I'm not correct. eventid.net. So again, it's not there. So I think it's already not working anymore. So we can continue, and we have a third-party utility, free one, from Nearsoft, that is called Full Event Log View. A simple way to view your events, not through Event Viewer, but through a third-party software. This will also give you this is a simple tool to give all of the information concerning the event in a simple and easy way. We have seen this one, so if I can go and let me show you this utility. So if you go there and open this one, the final, and we have this one, let me show you. Here is the full event viewer. This is from Nearsoft. You need to go to Nearsoft, as we have seen in the beginning of the video. Go to Nearsoft and search for full event log viewer. So we can just do like this and run it, and simply click on any event, and you can get the information concerning it. And we have a lot of info here. We can see the computer that this thing happened on, the error, the description. You can get a lot of useful information from here. This is very, very simple and more effective than the event viewer application. We can get it from Nearsoft, and you can search for full event log view. Okay, so this is one good thing also to use for searching events. And you can here filter it using different things. You filter it the critical or error or warning, you can focus on 7 days or so you can do a lot of things. You can filter the events based on last 7 days, critical errors warning. So for example, let's try to do this, for example, like here, and run as administrator. So we can get like this. We can tell him advanced options. Let me see, I think here advanced options. So we can get this tool or information. We need only, for example, errors and or critical errors. For example, the last 7 days. Maybe you can have the last 15 days, for example. And here is the application log. So I think he is focusing upon the application log. Okay, let's try to focus on application. Or here, okay, application, I think is related to, or these are all of the events, okay, or I think, let me see something before going here. These are the application log. Yes, that's it. These are the application logs. So if you go there and option and advanced option, and now we can search only the errors. Okay, here you go, or the critical errors the last 15 days, and tell him okay. So we don't find any data here. So if we go again to the advanced options and get it all, okay, and make it 7 days again, and again I think we need to have the source of data, load events from this computer. Okay, so I think this is a good one. So he's taking the events. I think we need to make a refresh maybe. So these are only the application. We can get other things. For example, you can get the system. So anyway, this is a way that you can get the events easily and identify them easily. So and filter them easily again. So this is the perfmon report. Generate a system diagnostic report by running perfmon report. This is the report, and actually I tried to run it, but there is some problem with my PC. It's not running this report effectively. Okay, I don't know, there is a problem maybe with my system, but you can run perfmon report and it will get you this details. Let me try to open perfmon. If I try to do this, I have done this before, but it takes as much time. It takes a lot of time actually. And for example, here is the summary, or the desktop summary, system summary. You can see a lot of things here concerning my usage data. Okay, so anyway, can use the perfmon to create the report, and then we can use AI tools to analyze the data of this report. And these are the perfmon. Okay, here I can see, maybe I have it. Let me see if my perfmon report was run successfully. So let's see, because actually I ran it the last time, it is hanged completely. So let's try to see if it's already there. If perfmon or perflogs, then we have system, and then we have diagnostic, then we have one of these. So as we can see here, not a lot of data and only this report, which seems to be an XML. Okay, and this is not an HTML. Okay, so I think it didn't run completely. So as we can see here, this is not running as intended. Okay, as we can see here. So for example, I think this is correct. So I think this is the report. So let me see. This has run yesterday. So let me try to see the report. Okay, this seems to be the report. It ran yesterday, okay, or a couple of days ago. It duration 62 seconds, so I think this is good, because when I try to run it, it seems to be like hanged, but I think this maybe it's not hanged, but for some reason it didn't display this report after finishing. Okay, there was a problem anyway. So this is the data. So can we use this Perfmon report? Can we upload it to, for example, Claude or Gemini to analyze it? Let me try to see if I can do this. So we can, I think we load the XML version. Okay, let me try to do that. So if I go to Claude and try to put this XML report and see if it will analyze it. We have diagnostic, we have this one. So we have only HTML. Okay, so when I try, he only accepts HTML. So if I put this HTML like this and tell him this is okay, so he's getting a lot. This conversation is 268 over length. Please attach smaller. So I cannot attach this file. This is very, very large. I think the one that will accept this kind of data, it is I think Gemini. So if I go there and try to attach this file, let's try to see if he will accept it. If you go to Perfmon, and then we have system, and then we have diagnostic, and then this one, and then we have this XML file. Try to see this. This is perfmon/report data. Please analyze it again. So he cannot accept XML files, and even if I try to put HTML, I will not be able also to put it, because actually I have done this before. So I cannot analyze this data, or I cannot let AI tools analyze it. But if we can open the report, and we will see that this data I have seen this report a couple of seconds ago. Why it is not working? So let's see here. Strange. I was seeing the data a couple of seconds ago. Anyway, we can read it and see the data, but actually I thought that maybe there was a problem with my Perfmon data, but it was but it is working anyway. So we can go further, and this is the data. We have seen this before. We can use this data for analyzation. As we can see here, errors, symptoms. Okay, and again we can modify the memory dump setting, okay, to make it a full dump or not. So this is here, go run and run sys dm.cpl and get to system performance and change the virtual memory by clicking change. So startup recovery. This is, I think here, this is the location of the memory dump, and you can identify it to be a mini dump or a full dump or something like that. This can be done. Let's try to see this. Start. Then we have sys cpl, and then OK. And then as we can see here, we can go to I think advanced. Then we have this one. Here we can see that we can have a complete memory dump, a small memory dump, a kernel memory dump. Leave it as automatic. This will be simple, and this is the location of the memory dump. I don't have one currently. If I try to see the system root, or the location of this dump. I think I currently have no dump because actually I didn't have any crash before. So if I go this and see memory, so there is no memory dump here, but anyway, this is its location in C Windows. So this is a way that you can also verify the dump that will be taken when a crash happens. Okay, so I think I can stop at this point, and we can continue in the upcoming video. Hope this video is informative for you all, and thank you all for viewing. Thank you so much.